Signed up for the Army in 1983 before I got out of high school. I'd only intentionally planned to come in and go in for 3 years. But you know, things change when you get in. I actually got out in July of 1994. When I went in, I was an admin specialist, a personal admin specialist. Got promoted to sergeant in about a little under 2 years. First duty station was with the Military Intelligence Battalion in Fort Bragg, North Carolina. I went to Hawaii for a little over 4 years, and that was my last duty station, the Schofield Barracks in Hawaii. My job was mostly like administrative, basically soldier support and family support. And to make sure that the soldiers' families were taken care of. And we did quite a lot. A week after I left Fort Bragg to go to Hawaii, the majority of the units that I knew of in Fort Bragg were deployed to Saudi Arabia. Being an admin sergeant, they would wake you up in the morning. You don't know what the news is you're gonna get. And it'll be 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. They'll call you and they'll tell you something could happen to a soldier. And it's 3 o'clock in the morning, not thinking what's going on. And you come downstairs and you find out that that soldier's no longer with you because something happened. And when you know one of your fellow soldiers is gone, and it's 2 o'clock in the morning, you have to type these letters to their parents saying, this is what's going on, this is what's happened. You see, get all this paperwork taken care of for the family, and doing all this stuff, and it's like all kind of crammed in one big morning. And it's like that morning never ends for like a few days until you get everything with that soldier taken care of. It's like one big family, and it's kind of hard. Even though now we may not all be related, but when you're in the military, you kind of become like family. So the transition into civilian life is kind of hard. Being a single father of 2 13-year-old boys is kind of hard. My wife kind of passed away on me when I was at work, and they were like 7. So it was kind of a shock. It kind of left me with two young boys to raise, and a stepdaughter. They're pretty smart. They maintain a AB average in school, so they're they're on the honor roll. So I'm proud of that. I'm not used to really asking too much for assistance. Pretty much try to do everything on my own, make sure I'm taking care of myself. Well, I initially had some issues with my electric bill, and had a lot of things come in at one time. Pipes burst, I had to get that fixed. And it was cold, so I had to have the gas on. And it's everything kind of like lumped together, and I got overwhelmed as far as money, and I was only able to pay a certain percentage of the electric bill, but I need electricity on because then I have a son, Jared, the singer. He's needs a nebulizer and a breathing machine every now and then for his asthma. I called around and got referred to the Salvation Army as far as getting some assistance with my electric utility. And they were very friendly and took care of me. I'm up to date now, everything's taken care of. I've caught up and I've got everything taken care of. No longer in default on anything right now. Faith gets you through a lot of different things. Especially if you're, being what I was doing, I was jumping out of airplanes, and I was in the 82nd Airborne Division, I was in Hawaii, and different things, and especially seeing like different soldiers in different situations, people getting hurt. You kind of like have to come to God at some point and say, help me through this. I'm going through a little bit right now. So faith, especially for a soldier, is very relevant. Even though they may not be faith-based when they start, at some point, a lot of soldiers find religion in the Army. Because you have to have some point that you have to base your life off of to stay, some kind of anchor. I would say to anybody, if you know these organizations, such as United Way, Salvation Army, Boys and Girls Club, any organization that's helping people, you should take the time out to investigate, see how they are, take time out to give help, funding, anything you can give to help and support these programs, because they are beneficial to a lot of people. I know if I didn't have the Salvation Army come and help me, I'd be in a pretty rough situation. I'm Charles Kelley. I'm a early retired U.S. Army veteran, and I appreciate all the assistance that the Salvation Army has given me and my family. And I know that they will continue to provide assistance for needy families, in my area, in this area.